Today, we are going to be reviewing a bottle of Stagg. This is Stagg 22A. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to Brad's Bourbon Reviews. I'm Brad, and today I'm continuing going through my bourbon spreadsheet where I have a crap ton of bourbons that apparently I haven't reviewed yet. I thought I had reviewed most things, and when I came across this one, it really kind of shocked me. I can't believe that there's a bottle of Stagg that I haven't reviewed yet. This is Stagg 22A. May have done it on TikTok and just forgot to put it over here on YouTube. So if you're seeing this over on TikTok and you're like, you dummy, you already reviewed this, I'm sorry. It's definitely not on YouTube, so I felt like we had to get this one out. I don't remember if I loved this one or not. I feel like it was kind of middle of the road for me. If you don't know, and you're new to the videos here, I'm a big fan of Stagg. I like really high proof bourbons. It's just my jam. It's the stuff I gravitate towards. I'm a big fan. So far, my favorite Stagg that I've ever had. It's really close between Stagg Batch 18 and 22B. That might be a controversial take, but out of the ones I've had, those are my favorite. So I don't really remember too much about this one. I usually only drink it once or twice, and then I'll kind of just put it away for a little bit and not drink it again until someone who hasn't tried Stagg comes over and wants to try it. So figured we may as well get it on the record and see what Stagg 22B is like. I've had this for a while. Don't remember how long though. I'm getting to the point where like I literally have too much stuff. I can't keep track of it all anymore. That's why I started the bourbon spreadsheet. A little bit here. I've done a bunch of reviews today. Don't need a ton here. Obviously the color on Stagg is just incredible. Usually Stagg gives me a few things. I get a chocolate, I get a leather, and I get a cherry. That for me is like what I like in a Stagg. A little bit of tobacco in some cases, some barrel char, some oak, but the chocolate, the cherry, and the leather are what I really pick up on. So let's give this bad boy a proper nosing and let's see how we feel about Stagg 22B, because I honestly don't remember. I haven't had this in so long, I don't remember what 22B is like. So on the nose, very chocolatey. And it's not chocolate like a Hershey bar. It's chocolate like Hershey's cocoa powder, that weird tin that's like always in your pantry for some reason, and you don't know who bought it. It's been there since like 1996, and it's still the same logo and everything. You know the tin I'm talking about. It's a little harsh on the nose, and I get a maple note on this one too. This one comes in at 132.2 proof, so it definitely has a reason to be ethanol-y on the nose. But usually it doesn't bother me, but this one's a little harsh. Definitely get all those things. I'm getting more oak on this one than I typically do in a Stagg. Stagg, if you don't know, it is from Buffalo Trace. It is their Mash Bill 1 cash strength. It's basically Buffalo Trace cash strength. It is named after George T. Stagg. Buffalo Trace Distillery used to be called the George T. Stagg Distillery. That's where George T. Stagg comes from in the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. A lot of legacy behind George T. Stagg. This one's a little more mapley on the nose than I remember. I mean, I don't remember too much about it, but I don't remember getting like a maple note. It smells really, really pleasant. Nice, dark, heavy notes. It's very rich smelling. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this on the nose. It's like everything I like in a Stagg. A little harsh, but very nice. So let's go ahead and give it a mouthing and see how we feel. Oaky on the palate. It drinks very hot. Cherry note comes over. That leather note comes over too quite a bit. Yeah, this is not one of my favorites. Maybe that's why I haven't gone back to it in a while. Not one of my favorite Stagg releases. 22A is fine. I don't see anything wrong with it. That cherry comes in very strong up front. Then the oak and the leather. Finish is kind of quick, to be honest. It's gone already. That's interesting. It's oakier on the palate than it is on the nose. That maple note carries over too. I don't remember if I said the maple note carries over or not, but it definitely does. Chocolate's there too. Chocolate came over. Finally got a little hint of chocolate on there. Yeah, I mean, this is, if I saw another one of these at retail, I'm going to buy it. But Stagg is one of those things that if I see it at retail, if I see it up to $100, I buy it. On site. I like it a lot. Although this is not one of my favorite releases from Stagg, I still think it's better than a lot of other releases from a lot of other bourbons. I think that if you're trying to get into Stagg, I probably wouldn't go with this one. I'd probably seek out 18 or 22B in my opinion. Those seem to be a little bit more drinkable. And if this is the first Stagg you've had and you told me you didn't like Stagg, I would totally understand, because it's a little harsh. This one's not as magical as some of the other Stagg releases that I've had, so I totally get it. But again, I think it's pretty solid still. It's probably on the lower of my tiers for what I've had from Stagg, but it is by no means bad. It just drinks a little hot, and if some people are trying to get into Stagg, that's going to turn you off a little bit. Because in my experience, the really good Staggs will be this proof and not drink it, And that's what George C. Stagg does very, very well. George C. Stagg is like crushable. It's like 135 proof, something like that. Last year's release is the only one I have, but it's something in that ballpark, and it doesn't drink it at all. So that's the magic of like, you know, a very well crafted bourbon, is that they can be a high proof and not taste it or drink it. But yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not a great Stagg release. I think there are way better ones. I prefer 23C over this one. I prefer 22B over this one, and almost all the other ones I've had, but it's still solid. So that's the review. Thank you guys for watching. We are almost to our 1,000 subscriber goal, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, because once we do, I'm going to be doing the giveaway where I give one person 5 2-ounce samples out of anything I have in the entire collection, and I'll send it to you for free. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Comment down below. Let me know what your favorite batch of Stagg is, and I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, cheers.